Look over there. What are they doing? Anna, what kind of shoes do you have on?
Tennis shoes.
Okay. Oh, it looks a lot dirtier in the daytime, huh? Look how fat that bird is. How many eggs you got in there, sweetheart? Don't be scared, little quacks. Hi, my name's Kevin Brake, and we're here today under the Main Street Bridge in downtown LA in the LA River. I love photographing the bridges here, and for 19 years I lived next to this bridge. And one of the things I would think of really late at night is, what's inside those holes? Let's go take a look and see what's there. Alright, if you come down into the river and you're walking in the wet part, take very small, gentle steps, because often the concrete surface with algae is slippery like ice. So let's be careful out here. Alright, here are the drain holes or limber holes. They're on almost all of the pylons and the bridges in the downtown core. And I found a variety of things in here. Here at Main Street I found a lot of pigeon parts and some sand. Alright, so here are the limber holes at the Main Street Bridge, and towards the southern end we're going to take our camera, our phone, and take a look down in there. Pigeon parts. Pretty sure no one's looked inside these holes in about 7 years. Alright, I'm going to look down one at the other end. Small, easy steps. I'm going to look for one that doesn't have bird poo. Alright. Well, this... So here's a nice establishing shot. In the middle distance you can see Spring Street and Broadway. And somewhere up there is Riverside. Now we're going to go to super wide angle. And here's a limber hole. Drainage hole. What's in there? More pigeon parts. Alright. Alright, and let's see what we have going downstream. You ready, Lauren?
Yes.
Small, easy steps. No need to be in a hurry. Super slippery algae. I bet there's a lot to see at the next bridge. It has a lot of limber holes. Okay, we just left the Main Street Bridge a moment ago in the middle distance, and now we're at the bridges, the twin railroad bridges on the corner of the projects that have the most number of limber holes. Now we can't go and explore every single hole, but we're going to take a look and see what's in these two giant pylons. So Lauren, if you could turn around and pan down the length of these huge pylons, the biggest pylons in the river. I did find something for you bridge nerds. When I look inside these limber holes, I'm expecting to see the opposite side, the other wall of the pylon about 6 feet away. And instead, after about 2 feet, there's another concrete wall at an angle like this. So what I think we're looking at here is there was an original pylon under this railroad bridge. Okay, let's look across the street. You see the blue graffiti that says crash at the top? I think the original pylon was about that wide, and I'm sure it ended where that separation, that crack is, just to the right of the graffiti. In later years, I think in the 1940s, they hugely extended these pylons and gave them giant fins, which I understand are mostly for looks, and they do look good. They're one of the things that got me to come look in the river and check out these bridges and like, what's that all about? So inside this giant pylon, there is 1 or 2 small original pylons, and I think that's what we're looking at right here. This is just the right place to be under the railroad bridge. So I'm betting that if we go farther downstream, we won't see any more hidden pylons inside. Unfortunately, it's not a great picture. Oh, look, a gray wall. But since we're leaving, I'll shoot a couple quick pictures of it, and then we'll go on to the next bridge. Some odd, interesting things when you look in through these limber holes. For instance, in this one I'll show you later, there are a bunch of detritus of pebbles and stuff washed downstream, and it looks like they're almost sorted by what size they are. As you get farther into the corner, they get smaller and smaller. In one of these, I wish I could remember which one, I found a lot of sand, like at the beach. Where did that sand come from? How long did it take that sand to accumulate in there? How many decades? All right, let's pack up and move on. This doesn't have any holes. This is a lot harder to drive in the daytime when you can see all the rocks and stuff. I like this car. We got to be careful. Do you know anyone with a off-road? This unknown bridge down near Washington, south of downtown, is one of the more interesting pylons. It actually probably is the most interesting pylon. It has more than one ladder going up. It's the tallest pylon. Ladders inside, and what's really unusual is that there is water gushing out of the pylon. If you could turn around, Lauren, and take a look at these two American fountains. All right, I figured out where the train is. It's overhead. What is up there? Why is this here? Yeah, the ladder goes all the way up to the road surface, the track surface, but there's nothing up there to look at. It's just a ladder. And it is super secure with steel wires. Riverside Drive, which is a couple hundred feet behind Lauren. We're at Midway Bridge, and we're going to take a look inside the limber holes, which are a little bit smaller than the other bridges. I'm not sure my big meaty fist will fit through there. Let's take a look. Oh, this is a really small. And let's see if we can look up. Oh yeah, I don't want to drop the camera in here. Oh, lots of spider webs. What we need to bring is a spider brush. Sorry, move. Make a new web, sorry. Go away. Alright. This is the most important part, the strap. Because if you let go of the camera in there, yeah, you get to shop for a new camera. Alright, two of my most valuable tools to look inside pylons are a small pocket camera with the strap, and then the other one is a phone with a wide-angle lens, but I'm afraid to stick that in there because if I drop it, it's a very expensive trip into the river. This would be easier to live with if I dropped it, but it has the strap. So we just finished looking at the limber holes, or the pylon, for Midway Bridge, just downstream from the brand new Riverside Drive viaduct, which has no limber holes, but it has a really cool reflection. Thanks for coming.